Hey guys, and welcome back to another week of Cos-Say. Today I'm here with Matt, aka princewelcomematt. We're gonna jump into this today. You want to say hi?
Hello.
Awesome, thank you. So I'm gonna start by asking you, like, how did you get into cosplay?
Fun, spicy question. When I was 15, I hyper-focused on Naruto because it was on Disney XD, and it was the only anime I could access that my mom said I had permission to watch. So I watched that, and then I asked my grandma. Yeah, I was 14. I wasn't like 10 or anything. I asked my grandma if she would make me a Naruto costume because I wanted to be Naruto for Halloween. And then my friend, who was a furry, was like, "Oh my gosh, that's really cool. Do you want to go to a convention with me?" So then I went to a furry convention as Naruto without a wig. So that's how I started.
How long ago was that?
God. Oh no, it's been 10 years. Oh God. Why did you ask me that question? Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. I turned 24 a week ago and I don't
Well,
want
happy birthday. Didn't know that. Congrats.
Thank you.
So you've been cosplaying for over 10 years. How does that feel?
Some people are like, "Wow, look at my glow up." I did this, that, and the other thing. Look at, just get up and leave the room. You're not my real dad. Just stand up.
No, he wants to reverse army crawl.
Wait. Interview 101. What was the question?
You were talking about glow ups. How does it feel?
No, we don't have one over here. It's if anything, the quality went down because my grandma is no longer making my costumes, and it's all up to me now. So,
how many characters do you think you've cosplayed?
More like a glow sideways. I'm sorry, what?
Sorry. How many characters do you think you've cosplayed?
Oh, Lord. 150.
150, wow.
Yeah, but like 20 of those are good. The rest of them are just like, "Oh, look, this shirt's a color. Let's get this cosplay from this character." Because I own like 50 wigs. That's all I got to show for it.
Oh, wow.
I got a big bucket. We just moved to this apartment 2 days ago, and I still haven't unpacked like any of my wigs. I just have this huge bucket full of hair, and that's it.
We love that.
Yes.
So,
fun to look at.
Out of your 150 that you have, what's been your favorite person to cosplay?
Oh, God. It's like asking me to, like, which is your favorite child? Pick right now, or I shoot. I do have a fondness for the Onceler, and Robbie Rotten. And I did Steampunk Castiel from Supernatural, and I cosplayed him to like the Supernatural convention in like 2016 or something, and I won Best Castiel cosplay, and like Mark Shepard looked at me and he said, "Is that a fucking Steampunk Castiel cosplay?" And that was like the highlight of my life. I think I cried.
I love that. Do you have a least favorite cosplay?
You know what? I know I've been mentioning Thomas the Tank Engine, but I was super proud of him, and then I posted it, and everyone's reaction was, "Why on God's green earth would you do that? I'm so scared." And now I hate it. That and Arnold from the Magic School Bus, because I hate his character so much, and I don't know why I did that either. I look back on it and I go, get that away from me right now. So yeah, that one. Oh, I also did Rick Sanchez at a convention in like 2017. But I'm so small that everybody kept going, "Oh, look, it's Tiny Rick. It's Tiny Rick." And I'm like, "No, I'm regular Rick. Stop calling me Tiny Rick right now."
For reference, how tall are you?
I'm 4'3". No, I'm not 4'3". I'm 5'3". Dear God. I'm short, but I'm not. What's the next question?
You heard it here, folks.
No, I'm not 4-3.
So you've been to a couple conventions. Can you tell me a little bit about the first convention that you ever went to?
The furry convention?
Yeah, how was that?
Yeah. It was interesting because the girl who took me to the furry convention, I met at church. And she took me there. She was like 20s, and I was a baby. And she took me, and like, I didn't even know that weed existed. And she smoked it, and I thought she was drunk after cigarettes. And I was like, what's going on? And then she left me alone at a furry convention by myself when I'd never been to a convention before. And I was dressed like Naruto.
Oh, we love that.
And Abigail, if you're out there, that was the beginning of something dangerous. And I will never forgive you.
What about your most recent convention? What's the last convention you went to before, COVID?
Oh, man, it was actually Anime Fusion in Minneapolis, which is a tiny little podunk a convention with like 300 people go to it, but I was actually the MC for the cosplay competition, and that was really fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have like one of your best memories from a convention that you'd like to share?
I think like some of my best memories are just taking all of my friends and going and sitting in the corner of like a huge convention hall and playing like Cards Against Humanity or playing like drinking games or something. Like that was super fun. It's always good to just like chill with friends, or like cramming 12 people into a 1-bedroom hotel room, and like it gets super hot, and like half of you were buzzed and the other half are just like, you guys are buzzed and I don't want anything to do with you, but you're still all in this tiny room. You don't get that anywhere else. I don't hang around the people who are like, yeah, I'm gonna get blackout drunk and do 4 tabs of LSD and then I'm gonna go to the hospital. Woohoo! Let's go to the rave. Where's the rave? I'm more like, I've been wearing this wig for 12 straight hours, and if I don't get 4 Advil and a Gatorade right now, I will perish on this con floor, and you will find me dead tomorrow morning.
I'm sorry.
If I ever just talk for way too long, you can feel free to cut me off.
No, go ahead. This is all about you. You're very charismatic.
Oh, thank you.
Honestly, I think this is probably the most I've laughed in an interview. You're very, very interesting.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're also really, really nice, which I don't think people understand. Like, cosplayers are so nice, and like people forget that you guys are humans and they idolize you, which I sometimes I fall into doing, and I get so excited that you guys agree to these interviews. But like, you guys are human and you're so nice about these things, especially you. Oh,
thank you, honey. I really appreciate it. And by the by, humans and stuff like that, I'm sorry you had trouble earlier today and the last couple of days. That sounds super tough. Like, yeah. I totally feel you.
Yeah, it's been a mental enjoyment. It's been a ride. It's that. I know how to speak English.
No, I get you. I mean, I'm glad that at least a little bit of it was resolved in the last hour, though.
Yeah, it was all like, it was a bunch of work and adulting, and I'm bad at adulting because I'm a young adult. Mm-hmm. They don't teach us how to adult in school.
No, they don't. They I like I said, I just moved into like away from my parents for the first time 2 days ago. Oh, wow. So I'm a little bit like, and I'm not even a young adult. I'm 24 with the. That's what you get for homeschooling me, Mom. I don't leave. You can't get rid of me.
Oh gosh, no! I moved out when I was 17. Yeah, I moved across country when I was 17. And then,
see, you're like the type of person that I thought I was supposed to be when I was 18. I like reached the age of 18 and immediately I had a crisis that I hadn't moved out of my parents' house, and I wasn't like, I was going to say, and I wasn't paying taxes. I was paying taxes. I stopped that when I was 20. But I didn't own my own car. I didn't, kudos.
Well, I have to thank my parents. They've done a lot to help me get where I'm at. I honestly wouldn't be there without them. Even though sometimes they're a little hectic.
Well, as they are wont to be, they are parents.
Yeah. Anyway, this is not about me. This is about you.
I'm sorry.
No. It's cool. You're so nice. Oh my gosh, don't be sorry. Anyway, back to the point where we got off track because I'm terrible at doing that. On the opposite side of like a positive memory that you have, is there like a bad experience that you had at a convention that you wish would never happen again, or that you want to warn people against?
Yeah, okay. When I was 15, and like trigger warning on this, when I was 15, this was like the second convention I went to. I was kind of found and befriended by a 21-year-old, and he like got so invested in me that like he texted me so much and he wanted to meet my parents, and he ended up being my first kiss, and I thought, this is a great idea. No, it's not. 15-year-olds. Adults, just because they're older doesn't mean they're good people. Adults, when they're older, that means they have the potential to be more of a bad people than somebody your age will be. They are not cool. I am not cool. Don't talk to me. If you're 15, just kidding. You can talk to me, but don't. I'm not going to talk to your parents. Moral of the story is, God, I don't know. Don't talk to adults unless you're with another person your age, or if you're an adult, because adults that like go out of their way to befriend kids, bad news. Always bad news. Anyway. 18-year-old or 15-year-old, like I'm 24, 15-year-olds, babies. If I'm not protecting you or like making sure you feel safe and comfortable, just leave. I'm not worth it.
That is definitely something that people need to be wary about. So yeah, guys.
That is just like, I would warn it, just like, don't take things from people you don't know. This is not my experience. I cannot warn against that. But like, cons are dangerous places, and a lot of people trying to give away a lot of dangerous things just like for free because it's fun. It's not fun. And 85% of the time, it's not fun. It's just dangerous. If you're gonna do something, don't do it at a con. This is from other people's personal experiences. Don't have your first time doing anything be at a con. Drinking, drugs, doing anything sexual, just not at a con.
Yeah, guys, stay safe. That's definitely like a big thing. If you've been watching like a lot of the episodes, or even if this is just your first one, you can see that a lot of the time the bad experiences are advice that they're giving you to take. It's not just me trying to bring up a point so that they can think back on bad things. It's so that you guys can understand that there are a lot of dangers out there, even in the cosplay community. Thank you. Anyway.
Yeah. If you're going to do anything, make sure you have a friend with you. That's what I'd say.
That's definitely a good idea. But, back to your experiences. So, you've been cosplaying for 10 years. That's a really, really long time. Yeah. What's been inspiring you to keep going?
For a while, I was just kind of doing it because I liked it, and I like cosplaying with friends. So like for the good first, 6 or 7 years, I did it because I just did it for conventions. So I did 3 or 4 cosplays per convention. I went to like 3 conventions a year. That's why I did it. I didn't really do it for clout or anything. I just did it for fun. And not to say that I do it for clout now, but I like doing it because there's an audience of people that like to see what I do, and I like to do it and show it to people, and that's what a convention is for. So it's kind of just transferred, especially like during COVID and stuff, that like at first it was just for my friends on Facebook, and then I made a TikTok as a joke, and it kind of like spiraled from there, and now I ended up having a little bit more audience than I ever planned on having, but I haven't really changed my approach at all. I'm still just doing it because I want to, and then I'm posting it, and people for some reason are like, I also want to see that. And I'm like, okay, if you say so.
That's definitely a good reason to keep cosplaying.
It's a really great outlet. Like, you just do whatever you want. Like, for body image, especially, like, it's just fun. I also, I'm a musical theater major, which God knows what I'm going to do with it now because I just graduated, and what a world to bring that into. But it's a good outlet to, act and sing and dance and be theatrical. But like in a character, which is what acting is, but now it's in a costume I made from the thrift store.
That's really cool. 10 years is a lot.
Yeah.
How do you think you've gained any skills over that time that you're really, really proud of?
Oh, definitely. I was not good at makeup at all when I started out, and I definitely wouldn't say I'm a pro now, but my skills have definitely gotten way better, and I've crafted way more, and I know how to paint way better, and all crafty, little tiny crafty things I definitely have looked into and learned just because, like, oh, that looks fun, let's try it type of thing. Mm-hmm. But I think definitely makeup and wig styling, because I didn't even know wigs were supposed to be styled when I started it. I was just like, oh, that's what it looks like on the website, so that's what it's going to look like when I take it out of the bag. Oh, baby, no. No.
So we've been in quarantine for a while now. Have you been working on any cosplays? Well, I know how to speak English, guys. Any cosplays or cosplans that you're excited about?
Right now I'm starting on a big project. I don't know if you know anything about the Fire Emblem games, but I'm working on a couple characters from Fire Emblem. And just TikTok's kind of punishing cosplays right now. And so I make all of my out of character videos, and my just being me content is getting a lot more traction than any of my costume stuff. So I've kind of slowed down on the costume making and just focused on being more genuine on the app. And then bringing my cosplay to Instagram. Mm-hmm. But during quarantine, it's also just kind of been hard to kind of keep that, because being in quarantine, it took us a month to get approved for this apartment. And they kept going, we'll tell you in 2 days. We'll tell you in 2 days. We'll tell you in 2 days. So I didn't start anything for a month because I was being led on because I couldn't make anything. I can't make anything in 2 days. So I would struggle to do that. And then I would get to a point where, okay, well, when we get to the apartment, I'll start. When we get to the apartment, I'll start. And before we did anything with the apartment, your boy was in the psych ward at the hospital, so I couldn't do much there either. So it's been a wild ride. A heck of a time.
Are you okay?
Now I am, yes.
That's
Before
good.
The psych ward? No.
I'm so sorry about that.
No, it's okay. You know what? Ups and downs. It was a long time coming. It was a lot of me going, no, it'll be too expensive. It's too much money. And yes, it was $20,000 to go just for a week. We love the American healthcare system, but I'm alive, so you can't really put a price tag on my life. And I got to the point where I was like, yeah, it's either paying lots of money or not spending money ever again. So gotta go.
Well, we're glad that you're here. You mean a lot to a lot of people, so.
Thank you.
That's really all of the questions I have about your cosplay experience, but do you have any advice or anything that you'd like to say to any of your fans or followers?
If you don't know how to, okay, I've been kind of telling people, like, nobody has a guide for when you get big, here's what you're going to do. What people are going to try to do is when you get a couple of followers, when you get, when you start being a little influencer, like a small little influencer, people are going to start trying to capitalize on your growth, and they're going to take your small, like, you are this video or the video you post about twin fools or something like that blows up. Suddenly you have 1 million views on just that video. Companies are going to try and contact you for your Instagram post, your TikTok post, or whatever that's blowing up, and they're going to try to monetize you, and they're going to try to rope you into a system that's going to benefit them because you don't know the difference. And I'm going to tell you, like, if somebody contacts you and they say, if you do this for us, if you give us some money, we will push you into fandom. You will be forever. If we can monetize your video, we'll give you this much money. If you buy this clothing item, we will let you have a coupon code for our website and you can be an affiliate. Don't do anything until somebody gives you money so you can promote something. Don't do anything until somebody gives you a product, gives you a physical representation of success, and then you can take that, look at it, and say, here's how much I'm worth. Because you are worth a lot more than those companies are going to try to tell you, they're going to try to sell you for, and I'm going to tell you it's not worth it to sell yourself early.
That is very good advice. Thank you. Nobody's ever said something like that, and I think that that's really important. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
So,
it's important that people know their worth, even as, they say, well, I only have, 2,000 subscribers. I'm so small. And so are the companies that are going to be trying to benefit off of you. They're going to say, oh, well, you think they're nothing. They think they're, a small creator, and we can take that and we can make them feel like they're small. And so they'll diminish your worth. And no matter how many followers you have a ton of worth, and companies are going to treat you like an asset. And you're not an asset. You're a person.
Yeah. Thank you. Is there anything else that you'd like to say?
I think dogs should vote.
Thank you. Fair point. That's all this video is about, guys. It's about how dogs get to vote now. Thank you.
Yeah, forget the presidents. We're voting Corgi 2020.
Oh,
President
heck yeah.
Corgi.
Yeah, that's.
Look at that fluffy butt. How could you say no?
I love Corgi so much. Yeah.
He's so cute. They look like loaves of bread.
Time to vote them into office, guys.
Oh, absolutely.
Anyway, that is all for this week's episode, guys. Matt, do you want to drop your social? Yeah, me too. You want to drop your social media?
Yep, it's princewelcomematt on everything except for my Twitter, which is, God, I don't know. I figured out. You're on your own.
It'll be down in the link below, guys, or in the description below. Y'all know how this works already. If you don't, now you do. If you don't know, now you know, Mr. President. Anyway, not the point. I'm sorry.
Corgi, you got this.
I'm gonna draw George Washington as a corgi now. Thank you. Sorry.
Yes.
Anyway, guys, I will see you again next week. Bye.